Hi, this is Suzanne Williams with Essential Oils, Health Matters, and Living the Wholesome Life. And we are on week 42, day 2 of our positive, peaceful affirmations. We are following Dr. Susan Lawton's book, Positive Peaceful Growth Calendar, that you can buy at Aroma Tools or Oil Life. And if you love essential oils and aromatherapy, if you love music therapy, and you love positive affirmations, I think this is going to be a beautiful, beautiful book for you. The affirmation for the entire week is I find new traditions to start. Now, we had a fun time discussing with my family. Like I talked to my dad and my children and like our sons and daughters-in-law, and talk to them. Well, I haven't talked to everyone yet, but we have a huge family. But talked to a lot of them, sent the text out, and made a few phone calls on were some of your favorite traditions that you have. A lot of traditions center around holidays, and they tend to make the holidays more special. But we can celebrate anything. We can build a new tradition about anything we want. In my mind, I've been trying to think of what would be a fun tradition to do for new moons. And just because new moons are so rare, right? So a new moon is where you have, oh, there you go. New moons are not rare, blue moons are. Thank you, Caleb. Anyway, so blue moons are so rare. So a blue moon is when, you know the saying, once in a blue moon, right? Implying that blue moons are rare, and they are. So in 2020, I think we only have one blue moon the whole time, and that will be on Halloween, actually. But a blue moon is when you have two full moons in a month, or anyway, I think there's another definition. Maybe it's 5 full moons in a quarter. No, it'd be 4 full moons in a quarter. Anyway, I don't know how you can have 4 full moons in a quarter without having 2 full moons in a month. But that being said, it's rare. And so I thought, what can we do once every very long time? Anyway, I would love to hear some of your favorite family traditions. And they don't have to be expensive, and they don't have to be elaborate. One of my son-in-laws loved watching on the night before Christmas, when all their children were asleep and they were wrapping some presents. They love watching Holiday Inn together. And some of them just loved different things that they had associated with a special birthday. So, if you have beautiful traditions, I would love for you to put them in the comments. The affirmation again for the entire week is I find new traditions to start. And connect them with your values. And one of the things that I definitely value is my family and having fun together. The affirmation for today is I am happy to encourage ideas from others for celebrations. I love that. Like, to me, that's putting people on, telling people that they're important. Give me your ideas. Which traditions don't you like? Which traditions are you ready to start? Which traditions do you want to introduce to the family? New traditions. One of my daughter-in-laws, they had a tradition where they had summer goals, and they would have to set the goals in reading and in cooking and in a spiritual goal, and they had to do some type of craft during that summer. And I think there was a 5th goal too, but I'm not remembering it right now. Anyway, and then if they set their goals at the beginning of summer, and then if they got all of them done, they got to go to Lagoon, which was the only amusement park in our state, and I think it still is. Anyway, people love going there. So it was a big prize at the end. So summer is not gone. I know we're in the middle of July, but that could be something that we institute in our families too. Hey, let's set some summer goals. And if you meet them, then you get this big thing at the end. Big fun thing, family celebration. Maybe they went with friends. I'm not exactly sure. Anyway, but it's fun to get different people's ideas on what we should celebrate and how we should celebrate. I know if I had my husband right here, he'd be saying food. Food helps make the celebrations. And I know that I connect different foods. Family Search. It's free. You can set up a free account and it has billions, I think, or many, many millions of names in in there. And they add new names every single day, which I know because I'm almost on there adding new names, finding new people to add to my family history. Anyway, there's so many names that have been indexed in the censuses or the immigration records. It's amazing what is online. So if you're trying, if you're stuck at home and you're trying to come up with a new activity for yourself or your children, look into family history. There have been studies done on resiliency in children. So the ability to cope, resiliency, which would mean the ability to cope with problems and still stay happy and buoyant. And what they found is that the more family history you know, the more resilient you are. And going back to traditions, one of our traditions that we had, because it's so it's such a beautiful culture. Think I think Jewish culture is such a beautiful culture. I know that we as a family incorporate many Jewish celebrations into what we do, into our celebrations because they're so wonderful and they almost all celebrate miracles. And who doesn't want to celebrate another miracle? So we definitely do that or try to do that in our lives. So that's the song for the week. Tradition from Fiddler on the Roof. I will put in the for you. The future of the week is one that we're using right now. I think you're really, really going to love. It's 2 drops of coriander, which is the oil of integrity, and 2 drops of ginger, which is the oil of empowerment, and 2 drops of wild orange, which is the oil of abundance. Now, we usually talk about the emotional benefits of each of those oils on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, taking each one of the oils to talk about them. And then on Friday, we usually cover all the physical benefits of those oils. So you'll want to tune in because these are beautiful, beautiful oils. And not like wild orange is very, very popular, but ginger and coriander are a little bit lesser known. So if you don't really know about those, we would love to have you hop on. And if you do know about those, we would love for you to share how you're using them in the comments. So today we're talking about the emotional benefits of coriander essential oil. Coriander essential oil comes from a plant that actually is a super generous plant, and it gives us 2 different essential oils. The coriander comes from the seeds of the plant, and then cilantro comes from the leaves. Now, if you're like me and you love salsa, people say it first came from. Um, the coriander seed, the oil from that is a very earthy aroma. Oh, I just wish you could smell this. It's a very soft, very, very soft aroma. The cilantro, wow, now that oil has a kick to it. Not that it's a hot oil necessarily, but that it definitely is pungent. So if you open up the cilantro oil, it's gonna quickly fill the air, whereas the coriander is used coriander for so many different things. Dysentery, measles, nausea, toothache, and painful hernias are some of the things the Chinese valued coriander for. So let's go into it. How it serves us emotionally. So if you're just feeling like a little flat, a little disengaged, a little down, coriander can be a beautiful oil to help just bring in some soft, uplifting, quietly uplifting feelings. It's great for times of stress or nervous exhaustion when you're just like like at the end of your rope. Right? Coriander again. Shut your eyes, right? And just say, I'm breathing out old ideas that no longer serve me. And I'm breathing in new ideas that are going to serve me well. Breathing out old ideas that no longer serve us. Breathing in new ideas, new ways of being and doing things that are going to serve us so well. Coriander, on a deeper level, coriander can help change the way we think about ourselves. It can help us. So if we're a little bit down on ourselves, or we don't have high self-esteem, if our I don't know, our emotional concept of who we are has been damaged by who knows what in the past, coriander can help us remember that we have infinite worth, that we are just as important as any other person on the planet. And our ideas matter, our feelings matter. Coriander, reminding us that we matter. Coriander is very, very good for people who tend to be people pleasers, and they tend to put other people in front of themselves to the detriment of yourself. Now, I think that we should all help one another, absolutely. And sometimes it's amazing to sacrifice for people, but if we're always the ones that are sacrificing, then we need to do some type of balance in relationships, because relationships really should be a give and take, an ebb and flow of both of us adding our gifts to the relationship, and both of us saying, hey, I need this, can you help me too? Right? So coriander can remind us that it's not good to be a doormat, that it's not loving to let someone walk on you. So if that tends to be who you are, or if it tends to be who someone else that you know and love is, diffusing coriander, bringing coriander a little bit more into their lives can help. coriander, going on along the same thing, can help us when we have a hard time saying no to people. So if you find yourself overcommitting and then not following through, and then you feel bad and other people get frustrated, right? If you find yourself overcommitting, then maybe use some coriander oil, which again will relax us, soften us, and help us speak from our authenticity and our vulnerability. Hey, you know what? I love you and I would love to do that, but my plate is really full right now. And so I'm sorry, I just can't help this time. But definitely next time, please, let me know. And can I please give you a direction that of someone who can help, right? And I think as parents, a lot of times we want to be the fix and the solve, but I think that sometimes we don't have to be the solution solvers or finders for every situation. It's sometimes by other people saying, you know what, I can't help it, I'm sorry, where other people rise up and find their own strength. So again, a balance of the help and the stepping back and letting people and encouraging people just meditating, or maybe you're even just napping, right? Whatever it is that fills your cup and gives you that strength to go on and to have that emotional wherewithal to help other people. Coriander can help remind us to calm down, relax, and take some time for ourselves. Okay, so there's a lot of people in life that love to blame their circumstances on other people. Now, when bad things happen, is it usually human nature to say, it was me, I caused it, that one was definitely me? No, like when bad things happen, a lot of us go into fear mode, and so we don't want to even look on how we contributed to the situation, right? Or what we could have done differently. A lot of times right at that time, our brain our mind calm down, help bring our mind back into balance, help our brain focus a little bit better, and help us look at situations and say, hey, did I contribute this? And if I contributed to this and it went in a negative direction, that means I also have the incredible power to contribute to things and make them go in a more positive direction. Getting out of victim mentality is really it's not about taking on the blame, but it's about taking on the responsibility so we can be more responsible for our lives and get out of victim mentality. I think pushed around by other people. So if that's a problem you have, not setting healthy boundaries and not holding your own ground, um, Maybe coriander. It can help us do that more. Help us set healthy boundaries. Help us stand our own ground. Now, I have 9 children, and let's see, I have only 2 children now that are not yet teenagers. One's 11, Wesley, and then Xander is 5. So, but 7 children, 7 teenagers, right? I've gone through 7 teenagers. So I think that I can speak to this with some experience. It's children can definitely wear a mom or a dad down. And they don't even have to be teenagers, although teenagers are the ones most known for this. But like a 4-year-old, Mom, can I have that? Mom, can I have that? Mom, can I have, the second cookie or the second dish of ice cream? Or another maybe one. It's time for bed. Mom, can I have that? Please, please, please. Help us calm down and help us realize, you know what? I know you might not be happy with me at the time if I say no, but I am saying no because I love you. And you might think horrible things about me for a while, but there will come there will come a time when you understand and you're going to bless me for holding my standard and holding my road. Coriander, it can help us calm down and hold our roads. Okay, so anything that comes from a seed can really help us come back to our core, can help us remember who we are. So if you feel like you've lost the essence of who you are, try diffusing coriander. And then I would say, start journaling about what gave you joy as a child and who you were as a child. Ask your parents and your family members, who was I as a child? And come back to the focus of who you are. Coriander can help release doubts and fears of things that drag us down or stop us from doing what our true missions in life are. It can help us be very helpful in helping us overcome a fear of failure or a fear of making decisions. And I think the reason that it can do that is because, again, it can calm our minds down and help us realize, oh, you know what, I'm going to try this. Yeah, what happens if I fail? I might look stupid, that's okay. But I will have tried and I will have learned something in the process. And there's a chance that I will succeed, and there is a good chance that I will keep going and learning until I do succeed. So no failure ever needs to be permanent. Oh my gracious. We named there's things that you know that you want to do that will bless mankind. Don't let fear of failure get in your own way. Don't get in your own way. Don't be your own stumbling block. I feel like when we're trying to do something that will bless mankind, God will bless us. Anyway, if you fear failure, have a hard time making decisions, try diffusing some coriander essential oil. So, coriander, I guess, is a little bit of a hot oil, and so people use it when they actually want to be more loving. They diffuse it. If you tend to be pulled out of your loving nature by circumstances or who knows what, by yourself, then diffusing coriander can help us stay in that. I'm going to start addressing everything with love first. Yes, that needs to change, but I love you. And yes, that needs to change. I love you. Now let's work on cleaning up the room. I love you. Let's start eating a little bit healthier. But leading with love. Coriander can help with that. I love this next benefit, emotional health benefit. Coriander can help us put away the power struggles, and it can help us realize that everyone is important and that everyone should have a voice, that you have a right to your opinions, your emotions, and your feelings. You have a right to them. You have a right to them. So I think that pairs so well with encouraging other people to give us ideas for celebrations. Coriander is especially appropriate for creative individuals who struggle when locked into situations of predictability and routine. Right now, some of us are really into routine. Some of us are knocked out of our routines. But if you're a person who needs a little bit of a change up for your creativity, coriander is especially good at for those times when people are trying to recover from an illness. Bergamot, lemon, lemongrass, or ginger essential oil. If you're trying to use it for digestion, I know we haven't really talked about this yet, but you can blend it with ginger. Again, digestion, yes, physically, but it can also help if you're just trying to work through and digest a lot of things that are happening to you right now. If you're trying to balance out your blood sugar, go ahead, blend it with some cinnamon essential oil. And then if you want to do the detox, blend it with the same plant that it comes from and blend it with some cilantro, and that will be a powerful detox. Okay, so those are some of the attributes and emotional benefits of coriander essential oil. Some of the negative emotions it can help with is feeling controlled by others, self-betrayal, having a sense of drudgery, or feeling that you need to conform in order to be loved or have social approval. And the positive properties that coriander can bring into is being more authentic, more vulnerable, more true to yourself, listening to your inner guidance and following it more, having integrity, and just having a joy in your own uniqueness. Okay, the positive. Okay, so those are some of the emotional benefits of being happy, to encourage ideas from others for celebrations. And the affirmation for the entire week is I find new traditions to start. We are the movers. We are the movers of our family, of ourselves, of our world. And one movement in a right direction can cause a domino effect that we would have never thought of. So don't be afraid to take baby steps or even big steps into new traditions and new ways of thinking and living. Okay, this is Suzanne Williams with Essential Oils, Health Matters, and Living the Wholesome Life, reminding us all that we have the incredible power within us with God to make every day a great day. Bye-bye.